the challenge of distorted emotions. And this is a very serious one. The emotions that you have are not bad. Being emotional is not a bad thing. They are a blessing from God. You express yourself with it. You have the feeling of love, the feeling of whatever feeling. But those emotions can be distorted. For instance, it is possible to grow old and have never tasted love. Real love. You don't know what it looks like. Particularly in cases where the person's first exposure to love was sex. The fellow finds it difficult to know how to love without sex, without touching. He wants to love, but the first expression that was communicated to him was when there is love, there should be sex. So the emotions around that subject matter is distorted. He doesn't understand it. Let me give you another instance. Are you aware that there are people who dread phone calls? They don't want to talk to anybody. When the phone rings, they are scared. Was daddy verbally abusive? Every time he calls, he talks you down. Every time he calls, there's complaints. And now you're just scared. And people don't understand the reason why you can't sustain relationships for long. Because once they take you serious, you become afraid and you find a way to discard them out of your life. People love you, but you struggle to hold it down. Because once it's getting serious, it scares you. It just scares you. You're just afraid. The friends you are able to keep are friends who don't call you all the time. Those ones who care so much, you burn out. I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. That's not the way you were created. Something went wrong. And sometimes when the emotions of a person are distorted, the person lacks the ability to connect. Doesn't connect with people. May say nice stuff. May greet you well. May even gist with you, but won't bond. Won't bond. And if anything goes wrong, the way they will exit your life is a sign that they never bonded. Just phew. They hang around people's life in a way that living will not be hurtful. Because they expect it. Daddy left. Or mommy left. So you don't really expect people to stay. And when they stay, you have questions. Why is he staying? Why is she staying? Are you calling me? Someone is trying to know you. He's called you in the morning. Now he's calling in the evening. And your reaction all the time is, why is he calling me? Why is he calling me? Why is he calling me? Some have no connection to anyone or any community, not even church. They love God. So you can mix loving God with connection, because they will do their duties well, but they are not here. And sometimes this comes with when you are used to being hot. You just kind of package yourself in a way that you just tell yourself, I don't expect much from you. It's okay, do whatever you want to do. You may even get to a point that breakups doesn't hurt you anymore, because you were never in it. The fellow was dating himself. The day he told you he's done, I said, okay, is that it? All right. See you around. Sometimes that usually happens when people lose people so dear to them, and they are like, I'm not going to go through this loss again. This is it. Nobody's ever going to take this space in my life anymore. You know, it is possible to lose a spouse, but you are still trapped with the spouse, and nobody can love you again. It is possible to be divorced, but you are still married emotionally, because your emotional space is not vacant. And I spoke about the issue of soul ties. You know, you people give me the look like when I say these things, they are not real, but I know that they are real. That a woman can be married and she's happy. They post pictures online, but deep down, she knows in her heart of heart, I would have been happier with the other guy. And the devil hangs around it. And sometimes, to be emotionally moved towards her husband, she has to imagine the face of the guy. And vice versa. These are battles. We don't talk about them in church, but they are real. Hey, bro, they are real. They are very real. There are relationship breakups that, if care is not taken, the two people may not recover from each other because they went emotionally far. God now helping either of them. They are now married to individuals who can't take them to that depth. They just keep mourning the fact that I know it exists, but this person doesn't have what it takes to take me there. In such cases, there are spouses who begin to pray and wish that their spouse dies. I know you don't believe me, but those who know knows. Marriage is deep. Settle your matter before you say I do.